Okay, so this is just going to be a quick tip video for Baraka. Basically, everything you need to know to play Baraka at a base level, and I guess maybe some slight advanced stuff. The number one thing you're going to learn about Baraka is you only need to learn 2 combo strings. The only thing that's different is the ending, but they all start off the same way. Basically, you're going to use this, you're going to use this, you're going to use this, or you're going to use this. Those are all your combo starting strings most of the time. Yeah, you can get like a random hit into that, or like a random hit into this, or into this, and like start a combo. But most of the time it's gonna be this or this. I mean, you can get this too. This is a great button. All right, back one. Most of the time you're gonna be fishing for this in neutral because it's a low and it hits pretty goddamn far. But once you get that hit, you're basically just gonna start. You're gonna do the exact same thing every time. That's the combo. Okay, 1 meter, you're gonna do that all the time. The only difference is if you're in the corner, you're gonna, most of the time, you're gonna want to end it differently, like that. You're probably gonna want to enhance that too. Okay, the only reason you want to do that is because this one, when you enhance it, and they're blocking, they take increased chip damage. So like, as you can see, they're taking insane chip. All right. That's like basically the down and dirty. But most of the time, you only want to do that in the corner because it's hard for them to escape. But having said that, that is the only 2 combos you're going to need. There is one variant, which is this move. If you hit this move, the combo changes slightly. Alright? That's base. You could get more off of it, but most of the time, it's very, very tight timing and very risky to go for anything else. Because if you miss this move, they can get up and punish it, and you're like going to be minus, and they're going to, or they can, you're going to be minus, and they're going to punish the crap out of you. So if you hit this move, go for something basic. Like I just dropped it right there. The timing is very, very strict. Alright? But like, it's one of his key buttons because it's an overhead. Speaking of overheads, Baraka does not excel in mix, but he does excel in chip damage and pressure. So if we go to our settings real fast, let me see. If I set the computer to block all, okay? That's 99% of the time, that's what you're gonna be doing with Baraka. All right, you're gonna get a hit. Oh, they see that they blocked it. You're gonna like call out Cyrax, and you're gonna be safe. All right. Now after this, after they block the Cyrax, I kind of did that too early. After they block the Cyrax, there's a couple of options you can go for. You can go for a low, depending on how close they are. You can go for a mid to low. You can go for an overhead, okay, or you can go for another cheeky low. Now, all these moves are insanely reactable, but most of the time, there's a lot of mental stack on the opponent, so you're gonna open them up. Most of the time, I go for, if I'm gonna try to open them up with a low, I go for this mid low, your back A. It's one of your best buttons, because most of the time, I find that people think this is gonna be an overhead. It's actually a mid low, okay? So like, and again, you go into this, say you got a block string, all right? Oh crap, you blocked it. Let me go for another one. Oh, he blocked it again. All right, let me just go for another block string. At that point, you can kind of take a rest a little bit because you're out of Cyrax meter. So you can start throwing out, like, you have to start throwing out moves that you know are not going to get you punished. Most of the time, if you have Cyrax meter, you're going to cancel into this because that move plus Cyrax equals insane chip damage. And it only gets worse if you have the buff on. So like he just took like about 20% only chip. All right, most of the time I've killed so many people by just chipping them out. But let's say you're at a cameo meter. What you're gonna go to the string most of the time is this. It's 0 on block, so you can get a quick low after, or if they try to get a quick low after, you can block, or you can go for an overhead. You know, the mix-up, classic Mortal Kombat stuff. But most of the time you're gonna do this string like up in someone's face. All right, if you don't have cameo meter, and just in general. This string is really good for Baraka because like it moves forward slightly. So if you like just walk in front of somebody and like they'll try to do a button, you could just be like boom boom, and then you're in the combo, baby. You're starting your pressure off and everything's fine. All right. Other strings you're gonna use a neutral most of the time. This quick low, and like again if it hits, and even if it doesn't hit, you're probably just gonna go in this 99% of the time as Baraka, just because it's like just ingrained to do chip damage. And the last thing I want to talk about is his back 3 move. Okay. His mid to low. If on knockdown, if you know for a fact, and even if you don't know for a fact, you just want to be a little bit risky, this move like consistently breaks armor. So like if I knock her down, Boom. She used an armor reversal, and I broke it, all right? And after you break that armor reversal, oh, look, combo time, right? It's just like, it's so good as an armor reversal, or like just to break armor. If you're fighting against an opponent who's using armor attacks on Wake Up, 99% of the time, this will beat it. And of course, they start knowing that, right? So then you can... So then you can start mixing it up. Oh, they know I'm going to go for the low, I'll go for the overhead. Oh, they know I'm going to go for the low, I'll just go into pressure. Like, you know, it's just like, you got to... Obviously, you're going to have to vary up your stuff most of the time. But against really dumb people who just don't know how to change their game plan, this is going to work. Like, I've beaten so many people just like, oh, like, they don't know what to do. They're just like, they're getting pressure, they're like, I'm scared, blah, 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 I'm not going to press the button, and then we call Cyrax in real fast. Also, another thing, too, going off these strings, again, if they block any of this stuff, hold on. If they block any of this stuff, okay, you can go for, again, the low, the overhead, the another low, or you can just do this. Most of the time, because they're so scared to press any buttons, you just dash up grab, alright? Like, it's just like, Baraka is really good at pressure. Not really mix-ups. Like, it's like, you're putting them in a guessing game, but it's not amazing. All the stuff that Baraka does is very reactable. You really only need to block low against Baraka for most of the time. This is his only launching overhead, and it's very slow. Very, very slow, very easy to react. And if they up block this shit, you about to get, like, blown the fuck up. So do not abuse this move. It's not very abusable. But it is a tool in his arsenal that will blow people up from time to time. But I think that's it. So, thank y'all for watching, and y'all all have a nice day. Bye.